jumbo, I don't believe. They're pretty good coon. Well, this is why I was making the rabbit box I got down here. And if you're wondering why I made it out of 3/4 inch plywood, it's because that's the plywood I had. That was what was available. Scrap piece I found, I took advantage of it, and that's why it's 3/4. But that's why we built the box, because this is where I'm going to put my rabbits when they get pregnant. You know, when they're ready to have babies, I'm going to stick them in here. Now I got this one in here right now just because she doesn't seem too interested in breeding with my buck. Actually, neither one of them did. I bought 2 the other day. 2 proven does, which proven means they've had litters, good litters. And so I put them in here. This is where it's dark. You know, it's secluded, it's away. There ain't going to be anything in here messing with them. Now, I do have the chicks over here, but as long as there's nothing on top of the cages, squirrels, cats, anything like that, they'll be just fine. And if that does happen, I can just run chicken wire across here and keep everything out. But I've got them elevated in wire cages. That's just, I always heard that's the best way. I don't know, it doesn't really matter how elevated they are. These are about 3 feet off the ground, 3.5, probably 2.5. 2.5 feet, we'll say. And of course, underneath I have catches for their manure. I'm going to take the rabbit manure and bag it up and sell it. What I don't use of it. Now, I start my garden every year using rabbit manure. I had somebody ask, is that rabbit gold I seen in your garden? Yes. When I first start my garden, my plants are small. I load them up with rabbit manure. It's not going to burn them up, and it works real good. So I keep pieces of board under here so I can just scoop it off there. And I keep the old rabbit food sacks, and I fill them back up, and I can tie them up or whatever, and either sell them for $5 a bag or use it myself. Of course, I probably won't use all of it. So this is where they're going to be staged at for having babies. I'll take you out to the breeding pen now, though. Here's the box. It just fits right in there. I got a board cover. I got cover all the way around, so none of them babies, they can fit out these holes. I don't want them getting out of there. So, but this is what was on there. This some kind of cloth. What do they call that? Not cloth, but anyway, I can't think of it right now. Y'all probably know what it is. But I went ahead and put this up here so that the rabbit can't really see what's out here. You don't really want them being spooked or nothing. So I put hardware cloth. That's what that is, hardware cloth. I put that along there. They can't get out the back. They can't get through here because these cages are not quite lined up. So you want to protect your baby rabbits from getting out. So that's for. Well, this is the breeding pen. And of course there's no breeding going on right now, but this is my buck. He's a big old New Zealand, and that's going to be his girlfriend hopefully here pretty quick. They're kind of new to each other, so she really wasn't interested in him because I just came home and throw him in there and hoping to get lucky and that they just get after it. But she didn't want no part of him, so I put her and him next to each other. Let them kind of feel each other out for a few days, and then we'll try and get them to breed and see if we can get some babies going. And then as soon as she's bred, I'll take her over there, bring that other doe, and put her in here next to him and let them get to know each other. And hopefully everything will work out. Once again, these cages are elevated. These are about 3 foot, maybe a little more. And underneath I've got trays, tin, whatever I can do to catch manure. For the garden, you got to use everything. So, and plus I can sell it. Now these out here are a little further away from the house, so I have a secondary screening underneath here. There's the top layer that they walk on, and then underneath there's a chicken wire. So it gives about a 4-inch gap, so nothing can pull them through. But yeah, hopefully we'll be having some rabbits here pretty quick. And this pen has 4 stalls. This one over here I'm using just for storage, their water. And then there's another one over there. That's going to be the runs for the babies when they come. I'll have them over there in the you know, being born, and then they get 4 weeks and we start weaning them off of their mama, we'll bring them over here, and this is where we'll get them the next 4 weeks until we fatten them up and butcher them. Hoping to get everything done right this time. I've tried this before, not quite like this. This is a little better setup than what I had. Well, I know I got one rabbit bred. That's this brown one over here. Stuck her in the cage the other day. She laid right down and Buck got on there and done his thing and flopped, and I let him do it a couple times, and so I think we got some baby rabbits on the way with this one. This one here, I had her over there in the pen next to him, and yesterday I went in there to put her in the pen with him, and she had climbed up over through the top of the pen and somehow managed to get into the pen with him. So they were just there chillaxing when I got there yesterday morning, and I don't know how long she's been there, but I'm figuring she's probably been bred, but we'll see. As you can see, they're panting pretty good. It's kind of hot in here, so brought them out some frozen water bottles. That's an old trick that everybody knows, I think, as far as keeping your pets cool out here. That ice will slowly melt and keep cool all day long, and it'll really help them out on a day like today. But hey, y'all got any tips and tricks for me for rabbitry? Be sure and let me know. I'll be putting the boxes in here in a few weeks, and well, 4 weeks, and hopefully we'll be having some babies pretty soon, and we'll be eating and cooking some rabbit. So I'll see you then. Red Feather Archery, home of the Talon. Visit them at www.redfeatherarchery.com for all your broadhead needs. For tons more videos, go to our YouTube channel, Wild for the Outdoors. You can also see them at www.wildfortheoutdoors.com, and be sure to visit our online store. And don't forget to go to Facebook, like us, share us with your friends, and hey, remember, it's your God-given duty to manage this land.